direction. Just look around and find at least something good. All you need will come to you. I'll never refuse you.
Welcome back to Two Canadians, Kafe and Lise, a bigger podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Dr. Anton. With me is the other host, DJ Spencer.
Hello.
Hello. It's been a long time since we've been here. We understand it's been a couple months. Summer we got really busy with summer, both of us, and it got hard to try to schedule stuff. And so, but now the new season's here. We're back. DJ's been streaming a lot more regularly than I have, but I've gotten back too. I've had a few streams now, so I'm going to be back online more often. But we figure we'll throw an episode here with the new season. This is so now we're on episode 90, and this is the season 20. What is season 20 called? Oh, Genesis. Season 20 Genesis is the new season that's out now. DJ did a great video going over Genesis, and so we thought we would just go over the video a little bit and talk and give some of our thoughts, like go over it again. DJ's obviously given his thoughts, but discuss it. Yeah, you've already heard some of DJ's thoughts about it, but now that it's been a little over a week, or it was just a little over a week ago. So talk a bit more about it. I'll give my thoughts about it too, and we'll go from there. But before we go too far, please like, share, and subscribe. We do appreciate it. And now that we're back, we'll definitely get into try to get it back into the whole couple weeks schedule we used to do before. So we'll be back with more content for sure. But yeah, so we'll just get right into it. So obviously the new season is Genesis. We have DJ's video queued up here, and we'll go over it bits by bit here a little bit, talking about some of it. Like obviously DJ's already mentioned a lot of this, but it starts out with what's new in season 20. Now one of the things, and I think you mentioned it in your video, and we'll probably hear it again as we go, this is going to be a shorter season, from my understanding.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that too. And you mentioned in your video that it's not going to be any more XP, but it's also not going to be any less XP.
Correct.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the downfall, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, because
it's still
it's a lot of XP.
Yeah, it's still like just over 5.2 million of XP there, like 5,191 94,000, or I forget what the exact number is, but yeah, it's the same thing as last one.
Right. Right. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. It is. Hopefully, I don't know if they're going to throw any double XP days at us. Typically, they usually have one within the first couple weeks, 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, and we just came off of a booster apocalypse for encounters there. Like that's how they kicked it off this season. So
yeah.
But yeah, hopefully we get some more double XPs, because we didn't get that many last season.
Yeah, well, and I think last season it was, well, I might be wrong too, because I did miss a lot of last season, because I played like a good first half of the season, and then when July hit, that's sort of when first it got really hot here, so it made it less advantageous to try to stream, and then just got really busy with holidays and volunteering and stuff. So I remember that there was like a double XP day, I think at the beginning, somewhere near the beginning of the season last season.
Yeah.
And did they have one near the end?
Yeah, so they did one after they announced the season was going to be extended. I think it was like a week and a half before the end of the season.
Right, gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. And so now, we'll hit play on your video here.
Vigor partner DJ Spencer here with some details regarding season 20, which will be called Chronicles Genesis. The season will launch September 18th and the devs have mentioned that the season will be a little shorter than usual. The definition
right
of Genesis is an origin, creation, or beginning, such as a new era for Vigor, as the weapon overhaul has finally arrived to console, and the full PC release of Vigor.
Okay. So yeah, so we got the full PC release now. I've downloaded it on PC, and I did one stream with it, and I've played it a little bit offline. And obviously, you're starting again, from scratch, kinda. Like you are starting from scratch. Like if you have to do the whole what do you call it? The what's that little intro thing? It's the
tutorial.
Tutorial. Thank you. Oh, man, words. You know. You have to do the tutorial again, which was fine. And I know when they first released the on PC for the pre-release or whatever, it had the weapon overhaul already. Did they make a lot of changes from the pre-release to the full release? Did you notice a lot of changes, or did they mention any changes really?
I have not played on PC since the full release, but to my knowledge, no, there's nothing that's changed. It basically like the bug fixes that were on PC or reported on PC, I think have been fixed. Like mainly like the co-op. So now you can invite friends and play teammates or with teammates, but there are some bugs because it sounds like if you leave an encounter, you're not always going back with your team type thing. So you basically have to like restart
Oh,
the game or whatnot or reinvite. So
okay.
there are still some bugs, but I know they're working on those ones. And then there's like some big issues with PlayStation right now with
Oh,
um, uh, basically like
loadouts.
the saved loadouts are causing an issue. People have to go in and basically like delete a file on their PlayStation in order to play, and then it doesn't always work because it's not always necessarily that same issue.
Okay.
Um, and it is, I guess, a bit of a pain because now people on PlayStation have to go and manually do their loadouts every time. So
Yeah.
I think those
Um.
are a couple of the priorities right now. Is
Yeah.
the PlayStation one for sure.
Yeah. And I did notice the PlayStation One too. I had that issue, and it took me forever to figure out without looking online because it's been a long time since I tried to touch any files. And I think the last time I did might have been on my PS4. And so, like, trying to find the area to go to find that file was a little bit of a pain in the butt. But I found it eventually, and once I deleted and it was the loadout one, then it worked fine for me. So yeah,
Yeah.
that is a sore point having to go back to like the days where you didn't have a loadout. It's like, oh,
Oh yeah.
you take things for granted.
Yeah.
For sure. And on PC, yeah, for the most part, I have noticed some. I don't know if I don't know if you'd call them bugs or what. Um, It's just that, if I've gone into a map that I had been in before, if I had discovered locations, they were still showing as discovered. That's, like, the only thing I've noticed so
Oh,
far.
okay. So it's like they didn't wipe that
Yeah.
kind of data type thing.
And that's
Okay.
gotta be, like, a file maybe on the PC or something, I don't know,
Yeah.
and it's still referencing the same file, which is whatever. That's really minor if that's so far the only thing that I've really noticed, so that's not too bad.
Actually, I think I've seen reports of like some people not having their reinforcement pack stuff. Um, but apparently, for one fix is to just play a few games,
Well,
and then
and
you
that
get
was
it
kind
back.
of it. Because when you first start after you do the tutorial, yeah, you do start out like bare bones because you can't even change your outfit, right? So you're
Yeah.
starting with the green coat and everything. But then after you've played a few games and you unlock the tab, then yeah, I could
Hmm.
get my outfit. I had all my stuff, my label was there and everything. So I think that's all it was. I don't think it's a bug per se. I think it's just if you're doing the intro stuff and you're actually following the whole storyline where you have to play a
Yeah.
few games and stuff. That's the only reason you're not seeing it. So I don't think it's a bug. I think it's just you just haven't unlocked access to it. That's all. So that's fine. Okay, so yeah, so those were kind of the big things with this new season as far as that goes, and I haven't noticed anything weird on Switch either yet. Like everything, I think has been fairly straightforward on Switch.
Yep. Oh,
Yeah.
actually, talking about Switch, so one thing that is new, that obviously I wasn't able to see on the preview build is now, no matter which platform you're on, you now have an icon next to your name. So it's
Yeah.
like, Switch has like a globe, basically. The Steam has the Steam logo, or PC players have the Steam logo next to their names. PlayStation, obviously, they have the Sony PlayStation logo, and Xbox is the same thing as usual. So, obviously, like this is like, I guess, a stepping stone to crossplay coming. Now, the last dev stream, they did mention that um, console crossplay is expected by the end of this year, and then PC
Okay.
crossplay early next year.
Okay.
So
And with the Switch, when you're on the Xbox, yeah, you see a little globe, and that threw me off at first. But when you're on the Switch, they do have a Nintendo image for that. So I manage eventually the Xbox players will see it too. I don't know what has to happen. I just happened to notice that when I was on my Switch and I was looking at something, I had an actual Nintendo Switch logo that was beside my name. So eventually, I think instead of that globe, we will actually see. Maybe that's when they fully get the cross-play implemented. That's when those things will transfer over better. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. That's it. Play and keep going here.
Just a reminder, this is the preview build and is subject to change, as it is
Oh, and this was a
work
preview
in
build you were
progress.
showing off at the time. Yeah.
What's new
I
in
can always
season
jump
20?
ahead too.
yeah, there's a little stutter there. I didn't
Chronicles
get rid of.
Genesis arrives to the Battlepass.
It's like one of my first full
The
like
weapon
length
overhaul
videos.
arrives on
Give me
all
a break.
platforms.
No, and
Icevin
yeah.
is released as an encounter map. The powerful Tyr M46
I was just thinking
pistol,
it would have been nice if we'd
decoys,
seen you
and
too.
booby
If
traps
we could have
have
you
been
on screen.
reworked. New
But
seasonal
Oh.
challenges have
that's
been
okay.
added. The Last Judgment premium pack will be added this season as well.
It was the pressure of like having
The premium Battle Pass will cost
reading out the script
690
and everything.
crowns, and as
I didn't want
usual,
to like
has a total of
add more
135
pressure.
XP boosters,
No.
some booster
No,
tickets,
you did a
and
good job. So
for those
and
who
I like
complete the
we
Battle Pass,
were talking
will
about this
earn
before we
700
started
crowns.
recording. You were
Some good
using
news,
this
as
clip champ
this season's
from
Battle Pass
Microsoft.
XP has not increased.
So it's cool you're trying out some new
However,
tools, and
the Battle Pass will
it
still
does
require
some nice little stuff like this with the
5.2
writing and everything.
million XP.
Yep.
This season's Battle Pass theme is inspired by 80s action movies. You may notice some references to some well-known 80s action movies.
I was mentioning this on my own
outfits,
stream.
gloves, headwear, and titles.
Like some of the outfits,
While I
like this
scroll
outfit,
through
I
the Battle
like. I do
Pass,
kind of
what
like this
movie
outfit.
references do you see?
And
Let me know in the comments below.
You're talking about movie references. That almost looked like a Fallout reference to me.
Well, for me, it's either Aliens like Ripley or it's Top Gun, like in the flight suit.
Yeah, it's just the reason I was saying that on her wrist, she has, it almost looks like a cell phone or something, but there's something on her wrist. Let's just go back for a second. That's what
And
made me think of Fallout.
Point. While I
Here,
scroll through the Battle
right
Pass,
there, you can sort of see on her wrist there, something that it almost looks like a gamepad or something like that. But that made me think of the Pip-Boy, right? You know, from Fallout. I don't know. Did they have anything like that in Aliens or Alien? I
don't know, but
yeah, I'm not
like
sure
it is
either.
confirmed that it is like 80s action theme. So
No, yeah, I know. It just that's what made me think of when I saw this. Even though I know it's confirmed as 80s action themes, that's just what popped into my head when I saw it.
what
Okay,
movie
let's go back to where we were a little bit. Okay, yeah, we're just going for it. And then the glass from like Bloodsport.
Yep.
On the knuckles. I'm not a huge fan of these badges. Yeah.
I love them. Oh my god, the buttons.
You love them?
I love. Oh yeah.
I'm not a huge fan. I don't know.
This one I'm not 100% sure what it is. It's like,
I know it almost looks like a Master Chief helmet in a way, but
Well,
It's
I
not
was
an
gonna
80s
say like,
thing, so I don't know.
yeah, like a Star Wars type thing or like a knockoff.
Yeah.
But like, look,
I do-
like
I like
this
the look of the
type,
pistol.
yeah, like it has notches for headshots and kills and stuff like that. I love it.
Yeah, and then they've got the Matrix, which isn't really 80s, but those look like Matrix glasses.
Yeah, I think it's like another movie, but not 100% sure which one.
Mm.
Could be James Bond.
Maybe.
This helmet is insane. I love this. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
never going to use it, but like, I love this one.
It's a good looking helmet. Yeah. Is that like a commando one or something? I'm not sure what that one's supposed to
Yeah, I think it's either a Commando or it's a Van Damme movie.
be.
Yeah, we got some carbon fiber skins again.
Yeah, yeah, carbon fibers are nice, and I kind of like this backpack. Some more Bloodsport glass bloody fight knuckles.
This
And
almost
like,
like,
it looks like Mad Max.
Teenage-
It's got to be like a Road Warrior. Or
yeah,
something.
Mad
Oh,
Max.
maybe.
Someone said Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like Shredder, but I'm like, I want to see Mad
Maybe.
Max.
Yeah, I was thinking Mad Max when I first saw it, but I could see it being a Shredder thing. I'm not sure. This next thing, the mouth breathing thing, that could be James Bond.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that one either.
Yeah. And that's definitely a Top Gun hat or whatever.
Yeah.
Helmet or, you know.
That's
not sure which one.
Desperado,
Oh, is it Desperado? Oh,
Or-
yeah, you're
or,
right. I
um,
didn't, yeah.
or the original
El
one.
Mariachi. Yeah,
Yeah,
El
that's it.
Mariachi. Yeah.
And like the camouflage, oh my god. There's one for the
Those are
PH,
nice.
I think it is. Oh my god, I love them. Those, that's Snake from Escape from New York.
Oh, yeah. Snake Plissken. Okay. That makes sense.
So here,
There's
the
the
Maverick, so it's like
Now it's
Top
actually
Gun.
called Maverick, so yeah, it makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah. Another version of this backpack with some dynamite in it. I think the other one had dynamite in it too, maybe, but
this one is so cool. Like, I could see all the sweats wearing this there, like, but I think it's cool. Like the Oni
Yeah.
face mask. Yeah, this one, oh my god, the PH camouflage.
yeah, it's nice.
Terminator reference.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then you got some, what they say, Secret Service.
Yeah. Well, this is the second iteration of the bolt-on protection. That
Yeah.
we get. And then this like skin is pretty cool too. The red hot.
I do like the red hot, yeah, because the barrel looks cool.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
A1 camouflage. I do like that camouflage.
Yeah.
With bear trap in there. Warmonger's backpack.
Cool looking helmet.
Yep.
This one, I'm not 100% sure what this one is.
Is that a Rambo or a? Because he's carrying the gun above his head, like sort of like they did when
Yeah.
they were running through the water. Oh, Predator.
The long-awaited
maybe.
weapon overhaul has finally arrived to consoles.
There were times where they're going
Initially
through
being
water,
only
right? They had
available
to hold the guns over
early
their heads.
access PC release, console players will now have the opportunity to try and provide feedback on the weapon overhaul. The weapon overhaul does not only affect the weapons, but other aspects such as stamina and movement. A number of weapons have had their sights changed, for example, some of the LMGs, crossbow, and the popular bugle. You can also ADS all LMGs while standing now. Rifles no longer
Yeah, I
have
find that weird.
crosshairs as well. The general
I didn't
field
know.
of
I didn't
view
realize that.
has
Okay.
been reduced. I'm not sure if this is part of the overhaul or a change in general. This change might not be live when the season launches. It may just be on the preview build. If you haven't checked out the Vigor Explained video which talks about the weapon overhaul, I recommend that you do, and I'll leave a link in the description below. You can also check out my podcast episode with Dr. Anton, which we discuss the Vigor Explained video.
Hey, that's us.
As part of the weapon overhaul,
so with
Crossbow
the
has
weapon
received
overhaul,
a
like
significant buff as the base
if you want to
Pause
pause
it
it there, like a lot of people, like obviously, like the sniper or the rifle crosshairs being taken away. Like I'm waiting to see how it plays out. Like I get it. Like it is super hard now to like use a Mosin, like unless you're using the iron sights like
Yeah.
on or the sights on anything. But like I'm not going to use it as an excuse or reasoning for it. But like the devs, they literally said that the intent of a rifle is to like use it at a range, not like close up. So that's part of the reasoning why they got rid of the crosshairs. I don't agree with it. Like I don't, but at the end of the day, I don't think it's like a done deal. Like rifles are still useful. Like
Yeah.
I'm not going to delete all my rifles. Like they're still useful.
Oh, no.
Like like we didn't talk about it. I didn't talk about it. PH is the hardest hitting rifle right now. Like it is
Yeah.
insane how good it is. And it's like I'm never going to use that at close range. I'm always going to be sniping with it. Like come on. So it's like I'm going to wait to see how it plays out, and then hopefully, like we'll see how it goes. There are definitely are some weapons that like are kind of like in a tougher spot right now, like like
Well,
all
I'm
SKS, Mosin, VZ52, like all those. It is tough, right?
right.
But
I'm kind of thinking that they might need to reclassify a few weapons, not those ones particularly, but there are some weapons that were classified as rifles. They might need to have a new classification because you think of something like the H bar or anything that has full auto. If there's a rifle that has full auto, then well, you're not going to use full auto at range.
Yeah.
And then when if you don't have a sight anymore, then the full auto becomes, maybe a spray and pray or something. So maybe they need to have a different classification for those particular ones, and maybe they move them over to the assault rifle category, or I don't know. That's just my thought on those particular ones, because there are some full auto weapons that doesn't make sense if it's a rifle anymore. But they still act good as rifles because they have the sight and they have a good range. But yeah.
But see, like you like let's talk about the H bar, right? Which is like just a variation from like the AUG
The
Game One and the AUG Para, right? Like that's an SMG. So it's like these are all different because of like they have attachments, but they're set like right. We don't have attachments in Vigor. It's just different variations of the various weapons. So I don't know.
Yeah,
But
I know it's
there is
tough.
one weapon, the M14 actually got reclassed as a rifle. And I don't remember if that's a bug or if it was moved on purpose. So the M14
Was
is
it an
it was an
assault
assault
rifle?
rifle. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The M21 is like the one with the scope, and the M14 is the one without it. I'm trying to think what else about the weapon overall. The ammo is a big hot topic too, because obviously everything went purple. And it was kind of funny because like a couple days before like the season launch, you had people like crafting a ton of Parabellum ammo because it was the cheapest or one of the cheapest to craft, and then obviously like deconstructing for like a bonus type thing. And it's like I was looking at my shelter and I had like 2.5 million materials, and I'm like, you know what, I'm sorry, like I don't really need to do this. I did a little bit, but I didn't do a ton because I'm like, at the end of the day, I have a ton of materials. I'd never hurt for materials because I have a ton of stuff to break down and deconstruct for materials. The only thing I did was before the season launched, I deconstructed all my ADR ammo because it was going from gold to purple. So that's the only thing I really did.
That's fair. So did they actually? Because I never actually even looked. Did they? So they did totally change the deconstruct cost for ammos. So if it was common before and it went to this now
Yeah,
everything's purple, the
yeah,
deconstruct went up. It did actually go up.
yeah. I think so. You're netting 7 material for every bullet for Parabellum. Um,
Okay.
so yeah, because I think it was 2 to craft last season, and then this season it was 9 to deconstruct. So you're getting 7. There are some other common ones, but they were like one less. So I think you're getting 8 to deconstruct. I don't remember which one it was. So
Right.
that
Right.
that's
Okay.
that was the main one that people are doing. Um, I'm a little curious because we have 2 different kind of like economies right now, right? Because we
Mhm.
have the PC where it's like literally everyone's new, everyone's starting from scratch, no one has materials and stuff like that. And that puts beginner players in a hard spot because like now you're crafting military grade ammo. If you could even get the plans, and that's a
Yeah.
different topic altogether. We're not going to delve into that. But it's
Yeah.
like for a beginner to bring in like 2 stacks, it's like that's going to take a lot of material, right? So it's like it it's going to be tough for new players. Like a lot of the game has been geared towards new players. A lot of the recent updates, or in the last year and a half or whatnot. But now it's like you have that, and it's almost like kicking them in the pants right before they go into an encounter.
Right.
Um, but then you go like on Xbox or like any established console, and most of the veteran players that they'll have like a ton of materials. Like those who don't, it's like obviously they're just trying to play as like a battle royale and don't care if they live or die type thing. Um,
Yep.
but it's like the ones that care about somewhat about surviving. It's like they're going to have materials, or they should have materials, and it's like so this change doesn't affect them, or
Right.
shouldn't affect them that much. But I'm kind of curious how long term the effect of both new players on PC and I guess consoles as well, and the existing broken economy. Because like, come on, it's like there so many people had so many mats. Like I have 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 weapons, and I don't know how many consumables. Like
Yep.
it's just the in-game economy is kind of like busted in that sense. But
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's fair. Yeah. And one thing to do with the whole site thing, going back to that just briefly, because someone came into my chat early on and was talking about how um, in the shooting range, even when you're when you're using a rifle, um, you don't have the red dot anymore. Like when you're not aiming like down sight anymore, like when you're like say reloading, there's no red dot anymore to show where you're looking.
yeah,
And I said, yeah, it's pretty much. I'm sure that's by design because they've gotten rid of sights now with these things. It does make doing challenges harder because if there's a challenge where you have to do a reload with those types of weapons, um, you're not sure where you're aiming after that. So it does
yeah,
gives you a little bit of extra time where you're trying to um, line up.
yeah. And
Now
even
I
even
think
with
yeah, yep,
even with the weapon overhaul, so like when you go to ADS too, if you're like, because it's not all weapons that still have that don't have like the dot, right? Like the crosshair basically. But
yep.
when you go to ADS, it still moves up, and or it varies between weapons,
It's not a
but it always
perfect, yeah,
shifts, right? So it's like again, like I think that's the intended purpose type thing. Because I think it's a way to kind of work around like hacks and stuff like that, but that's just my gut
sure.
feeling type thing.
Yeah,
Um
they're probably using because you're moving your rifle closer to your eye. That's why your aim shifts a bit.
oh,
Maybe
it could
that's
be.
their like that might be the excuse they're kind of using to play off that, so that
Yeah,
anyone who says, we're saying, well, it's more realistic, maybe I don't
yeah.
know.
The
And then
bugle, yeah, the bugle had its sights changed too. You have like the little circle now at the end of it. And then
I don't think I've noticed that. I haven't tried using it like in ADS yet.
yeah, and then some of the LMGs have changed too. And but like the crossbow, which we're about to like check out. Oh my god, I love this so much. Okay, I'm just gonna shut up and we can keep going.
Okay.
Damage has been increased by 40 points to
I love the
115,
sight.
which now makes the crossbow
Yeah, actually, it looks really
a
good.
fun and
then your little
effective
test here
weapon.
with
It's no longer a
who are you
meme.
with here?
Mad Wasted.
Bad Wasted.
So it is wild because it is literally destroying like a full plate and then some HP.
Yeah. And how's the accuracy?
It's pretty good. Yeah, like I think when this is the test here, we had problems actually hitting the shots from 75 meters, but within 50 meters, like we didn't have any problems like hitting the shots.
And that's with a standing target though too. So yeah.
But yeah, like one shot kill from like 20 meters with no armor, like 90% with like 25 meters.
Also new this season will
it
be
is
the
so
new
good.
Eikevjen Encounter Map.
My first night
Introduced in season
streaming
18
this season,
as a shootout map,
I pretty
the
much
Vigor team
ran
has
just
expanded the map
crossbow,
for
and then I had the
encounters and
seasonal
will
challenge
have
of
a
like
lobby of
10
10 Outlanders.
crossbow kills, and I'm already halfway done. Like it was so much fun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I got 5 out of 10.
I haven't run into a lot of people yet. In the games I've played, I've run into a few, but not a lot, and I haven't even thought to bring out a crossbow, so I'll have to definitely do it. I did notice with Eikevjen though, man, that place is a loot paradise right now. Like especially depending on where you start, but it almost doesn't matter. Like I'm finding lots of good loot.
Yeah, there's like a campfire on the southwest side, just south along the river, and it's like you can get a full stack of glass there, like just at that campfire stuff. It is so good.
There's like
It
this
did such a good
it's
job.
off. Yeah, like on the western side of the map, there's a couple really close ones. And there's like a little junk. I don't know if it's like a junk pile or what, but it's outside this one area. There's like a bunch of scattered stuff.
It's another garbage dump.
Yeah, and there's usually a lot of good stuff in there. I was saying that the mushrooms look a little off because mushrooms had a pretty. I think in a lot of other maps, the mushrooms had a very red cap, but on this map, I'm noticing it's sort of a sickly yellowish cap. I don't know. I'm thinking I'm gonna get sick eating these mushrooms, but maybe not.
But yeah, they did a great job
to
with
the
this
map rotation. But
and what's
featured.
fun too is,
however,
a number of these buildings
Eikevjen
you could
is
actually get
supposed to
on
be
the
longer
roofs
than
and
all
stuff
the
like
other
that.
maps. So Outlanders should have
like,
plenty of opportunity
it
to
is
jump
so good.
into the new map.
Yeah.
The
For
only
additional
thing
details and
is
clips of the
the
new map,
river
be sure
is
to
like
check out
so
my
loud.
Eikevjen
Well, the water
Encounter
in
Map
general, so
preview
like the
video.
waterfall too is very loud.
Yep.
I'll leave a link
So
in
it's
the
like you
description.
just have to be cognizant of that. Because
New
like
to the armory
there's
in
like
season
a
20
time
is
switch
the
along the
Tyr
river, and I couldn't even
M46
hear
pistol.
it because the river was so loud.
Oh, really?
Yep.
It was like drowning out the like.
Oh
okay.
yeah. Like I reported as a bug that it had no audio, but then I think I had gone like a couple times and I was like really trying to pay attention, and I'm like you could faintly hear it behind the audio of the thing. So
yeah, and I know I remember I was in one shack, maybe it's the same one. There was a shack by the river that had the time that when I was in once too, and I could I think I was able to hear one switch, but I couldn't hear the second one, so I wasn't sure where it was. And I don't know if that was the river masking it or if it's just I just hadn't gone to the right place for it.
yeah. So like when time safe is by the river, there's like two kind of sheds along the river. The switches were on both buildings for me both times that
okay.
I've been there. So on the preview build and on the live site. So
Okay.
on the live build.
It might just be that I hadn't gone to the other building if there was one nearby. I hadn't noticed. Yeah. I haven't had a chance to try this new pistol. I know you did in the video here, but it does look nice.
Yeah.
The Tyr M46 is a special issue pistol which will require 4 weapon parts or a level 9 crafting table and 25,000 material to construct in 6 hours. It's the first pistol to have a scope in Vigor, and it will also stun its targets like the SWSH and the Combat Magnum pistols.
Oh, wow.
It uses the same ammo as the SVD, SVU, Mosin Nagant, PKM, and the UK VZ59. I'd like to thank Vigor partner Mad Wasted for helping test the new weapon. We conducted test cases with and without armor plates from 25, 50, 75, 100, and 125 meters. The
And
Tyr
it has a sight, a
M46
normal
will
like
destroy
crosshair,
an armor
right?
plate from any of those distances
Yes.
and will deal additional damage to enemies from within 100 meters.
Yeah, I forgot.
It will also
forgot
kill
the clip
an
for
Outlander
the
without
no
a
armor
plate from
on the
within
100 meters.
100
That's why
meter
we had
range.
like the two
Apologies for
like
missing the
nameplates or
clip
whatever it
of
was.
the 100 meter
Yeah, I saw the
without armor
crosshairs there.
test.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank Vigor partner Mad Wasted for helping with testing of the new weapon and the crossbow.
But yeah, it is wild how much damage it does.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it took out your armor and half your health on that. That was
Yep.
a 20-meter shot, I think. So
Yeah. So anything within 100 meters, it'll be a kill with no armor.
wow.
Decoys have been
Yeah.
reworked and are much more useful than
I haven't
before,
tried these yet,
as they
but
are
it looks
now
like
a
I do
throwable
like the new
consumable with a configurable
yeah.
delay.
making a throwable.
You simply need to equip the decoy and press down on the D-pad to select the delay, and then proceed to throw the decoy just like any other throwable.
It's definitely like make them more useful than before, right? Because like before you would
Yeah.
just put them down and then pop, they go off. It's like,
Yeah, I like the fact that it has a delay now. That really helps.
I want to try to plunk someone in the head though with it. Like it's
Leave it
probably
on the
not. It's
advantage.
not going to do anything, but it'd be funny to just like chuck one at an Outlander and see what happens.
Yeah.
Like, did that guy just throw a shoe at me? What?
Who throws a shoe? Yeah.
Yeah,
Who throws a
exactly.
box? Yeah. That'd be really fun though to mess with, some. Oh man, it bounced a lot. Mess with
Yeah.
somebody who looks like a newbie, kind of, like throw that at them, and then it starts going off, and they're like, "What the hell's going on?"
Yep.
Yeah, I like the fact that you can throw it and that you can set a delay on it. I think just makes these way more usable now. Like, actually worth it.
Oh yeah. And like I try to be as thorough as I could in the testing and show everything, even though like
Yeah.
obviously it's like 5 seconds and 10 seconds. It's like you would think it'd all be the same, but I still did it.
Yeah, it
I'm
just
trying to
means you're
think.
waiting
I think yeah, I think I went into like the preview build. Like I think I had like 50
Booby traps have been reworked
50
and buffed, as
some
it now
encounters
only
or
takes
something
2
like
traps
that.
to kill. Once you have
like-
equipped a booby trap, any
you say it
lootable
only
item,
takes 2 traps
container,
to kill now?
vehicle, furniture, or
Oh,
workbench
really? I didn't.
will be
I must have missed
highlighted
that
in
last time I
green.
watched this.
If they are empty,
I
they
saw
will
the.
appear
I
to
really
be
do like the
lootable
thing that you
once
can set a
again
booby trap
after
pretty
the
much
trap has
anywhere
been
that you
placed.
can normally interact
The
with. Which
UI
is
for
cool.
Yep.
decoding the traps have also been tweaked as correct inputs appear in green, while an incorrect input turns red. Personally, I
So
would
the
love
timer
to be able
stuff
to
still
booby trap
goes
signals,
quicker the more that you
disruptor,
stack.
comm stations, and death
But
boxes
like
in the future.
the 2 booby traps kill is like huge, right? Because you could bring in 3, and it's like how many times do you find a booby trap in the Outlands now? Like you find them often enough, so it's like
Yeah.
technically you could set 2 traps and then technically get 2 kills that way. So
Yeah. No, I didn't realize it was a 2 trap kill now. So that's great.
yeah. But like contact bombs didn't get a buff or anything like that. Neither did like the monkey bombs or anything like that. So it's literally just the contact or the booby traps.
Yeah. And the booby traps were they were
One new
good to begin with
gameplay
because I
change
use
coming
them
to
all the
Season
time.
20. Opening
But
a door will take slightly longer as
the
you
fact
will
that you
have
can
to
start
press and hold the button
trapping
to open
things
and
that
close the door.
had been opened
Comm
previously is
station,
nice.
signals,
Yep.
disruptive tower, and the airdrop will also require additional time. Unfortunately, I feel like this is a nerf that slows the pace of the game.
Yeah, the
So
increased time to do like open
yeah.
and close doors now, and oof.
So someone corrected me. Signals did not change, but like everything else did.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah,
exploring
I don't like
Fjellkanten,
that whatsoever.
found
You
a
could pause it
couple of
there.
new
I
hiding
don't like
units
it.
in the
I don't
metal
think
tunnel exits.
anyone likes it. Like it
Yeah.
either like switch it where it's like press and hold to like reload your weapon and like doors are quick, or and looting is quick, or just like give us a setting to like customize it, right? So you go into the game menu and it's like, you know, interact is press and hold and reload is this type thing. Like
Right.
because I don't and like I could somewhat understand like if you're going to loot like, you know, a cabinet or like a container, you might have to like you know, loot it a bit longer type thing. But like
Yeah.
when you have to like press and hold to like get like fertilizer off the ground or like a bottle of like chemicals, it's like I'm sorry,
It's
I
press
don't.
and hold everything.
Yeah,
It's like, oh my god.
I'm like the like half second like can literally get you killed.
Yeah.
So it's like I definitely don't. And like the first time I saw it, well, literally the first encounter I went in because I was working on the Icon video. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I'm like, "This changed, right?" And then it was like, as other people started saying the same thing, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "I can't believe this happened," because I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I think it's a bad change. But anyways,
Yeah, no, I did find it. I found it more annoying on the Xbox. On PC, I don't know. It didn't annoy me as much. I don't know if that's because I'd already knew about it from the Xbox, or maybe on PC it didn't feel as onerous. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely, with the first time I went in and was playing, and I went to open a door and it's like, wait a minute, what? Oh,
yeah.
it sucks. Yeah. Oh, and then these are like the
In
couple
Season
little
20. Again,
hidey
this
No,
is the preview
spots,
build,
yeah.
and this may not
nook
go
and
live
crannies.
when the season
So
starts.
yeah, and ever since like the Anakin change that I saw a couple of seasons ago, I was like, I'll try different maps, and then this one here, I was just like, I noticed the changes. I was like, are you kidding me? So like,
One more minor change that I noticed
um,
while playing on the preview build, the button
I'll just
so
pause that again.
so anyways, you know, obviously it's live now, those little things. Now the only thing is like, you know, people said like, oh well, you know, like people have just camped there. But it's like that first one by the entrance, it's like no one's gonna like stay crawled there because I'm like, you're gonna have limited like range where you could shoot someone.
And limited
I
visibility, so
yeah.
yeah.
And like the other one is like, yeah, they can jump out and surprise you. But I think if I had to think about a reason why they would have done that is because uh there was no way out really for someone if you're stuck in there and someone's already locked it. So it's like maybe you could go and like go hide there and maybe the person will just run through. I don't know, but it's just interesting that they made that minor tweak.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. And it did
Yeah,
carry through then.
yeah,
So you've confirmed. Okay. And
yeah,
that's in Fjellkanten?
yeah, yeah. The middle
Okay.
exit.
Right. Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
and then this here change where they swapped the destroy on in your inventory. This apparently is a bug. So I'm like,
Oh,
this is the second time I put something in a video where I think it's a new change, and they're like, no, this is a bug. Anakin being the other
because
thing.
well, it was Y. Is it Y before to destroy?
Yeah, yeah, it was why to destroy.
Okay. There you go.
So
to destroy an item in your inventory has changed from Y to X on the Xbox.
But apparently it's just a bug. Okay.
Overall, I think the weapon overhaul is an exciting change for the game. Don't forget to post feedback
Agreed.
on the overhaul on Vigor's various socials, or pass it along to any of the Vigor partners, including myself. Eikevjen is an awesome map with varied terrain, reimagined buildings, and a few new buildings as well. It has plenty of resources throughout the map. For example, I was able to get more than a full stack of glass at one place without having
So
to
this
boost
isn't video
every-
related. Well, not Vigor related.
No,
So
it's
your
just
little
like
like and subscribe, was that out of Clipchamp or was that
yeah, it
something
was.
you found? It was? Okay.
Yeah.
So they have built-in little things for that too. Okay.
Yeah. Just to note, we didn't talk about it, but Eikevjen has different like weather settings. And like in I think the last clip of that just played, it was sun showers. So that's new.
Oh, so it's sunny and rainy.
Yeah, so sunny and raining. There's sunny, there's fog, there's night, there is rain, obviously, and it's going to be dark. And there's also snowing.
Oh, okay.
So
That's kind of cool.
yeah.
Snowing.
And it's kind of cool because when there's like sun showers, like your Outlander is actually like wet type thing. Like you'll
Yeah.
see like their outfits wet, and you see the waterfall and everything. So it's cool.
Well, they kind of had that when it was raining in other maps too. Like your Outlander would get wet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's but it's that's good. And when it's snowing, does it accumulate at all? Do you
On
see
your
this
Outlander, yes.
accumulating? On the Outlander, okay.
I think it's
Not
done
on
that
the
before
ground
though.
as much. Yeah, I think it has. Yeah, I think on your Outlander it always has. I was just kind of curious about the ground if it accumulated
No, the
at all
ground
on
it
the
does
ground.
not.
Okay. Guess it's too warm for it to
Yeah.
stick.
Yeah.
We know what that's like. Yeah.
Yep.
resources. The new scope pistol is a viable weapon and frees up a primary weapon slot. The buffs to decoys and booby traps make them more useful and gives Outlanders new ways to be creative.
You're going too slow. Oh.
The one thing
Yeah.
I am disappointed with
I just
is the
realized
added
like
delay to
after the
opening
fact
doors
that
and
I put the
interacting with
live
signals,
or the
comm
video live,
stations, and
that like
disrupted tower, as
I
well
literally
as the
showed
airlock.
examples of me dying the whole time
With the
with
weapon
booby traps
overhaul
and
now
never
on
actually like
console and the full
successfully
release of Vigor
completing
on
it.
PC, the next big
Unlocking one,
deliverable
yeah.
for the
Yeah.
dev team is crossplay, which they're hoping to deliver by the end of this year.
End of the year.
You could usually find me streaming on Twitch Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
When the kids go to bed.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to
If you can
like,
get them to bed.
comment, and
If
subscribe.
and when, yeah.
Yeah. No, but that was great. That was
Yeah.
and
And
we don't need to hear this. Okay, let me get out of there. Side by side. Okay, bye-bye.
and yeah, like it's like despite the bugs and stuff, I think people are enjoying the season so far. There are some things obviously that are frustrating type thing, like the PlayStation stuff.
Yeah.
But I think overall people are enjoying it. The battle pass, like I personally love it. It's one of my favorites. But again, it's like not all battle passes are for everyone.
Nope.
Trying to think what else. Oh, one thing else that's new that I didn't know about. I've only saw because like people started posting it on socials and stuff. The red crate now appears randomly on maps now. So they're not at set locations. So like I've
Oh,
seen, yeah, like they're all over. Like there was one on the roof of one of the houses on Eikevjen, one in the mountains on Fisk. Like it. So
interesting.
I don't know if we actually received an answer if it was a bug or not, or a new
Yeah.
feature for the red chest. But yeah, it's kind of neat that it's going to be moving around either way.
Well, yeah, it would be because like now it's if I'm looking for a chest, like if I'm playing Victorson, I know like before I knew okay, it's I know the general areas it spawns in, right? If I'm north, I check the little camping rest spot on to the I think the west of the map or whatever, or I check the back of that trailer over by to the east of the map, or there's various locations I know where to check for the red crate in Victorson or whatever. But now if it's going to be random, yeah, you'll have no clue. You'll just
It'll be luck.
randomly run into it somewhere. Yeah,
Like
which
who
I kinda
knows?
like.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe they just added to the number of locations that it could spawn.
That could be.
Because I
Yeah.
think it used to be like 5 to 7 spots per map, but like maybe they've just increased that number.
That'd be
Just
okay
like
too. Yeah.
way back when, like the cash bot used to have like limited amount, and then they've added some to some of the maps over time.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Well, I don't know. All in all, it looks good, and for what I've played so far, it has been. So
yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Oh,
And yeah,
pistols
good
are
video. Yeah.
also pretty good now too with the overhaul. The PSS, a lot of people are raving about it, but like other people have said the M1911 too is really good. So,
Oh,
but
really?
honestly, like try the weapons. Like
Yeah.
don't just go with the meta stuff. Um, and it's been quite refreshing because like people are literally bringing in new loadouts. Like uh, when I was streaming last Thursday, like I was bringing in a crossbow almost every game, and like I didn't see people just run like machine guns or like a bunch of sweaty weapons. Like I saw variety, so it was very refreshing to see that.
Yeah. One thing I did notice on PC, and is probably because I was still within the initial however many games you play where they match you up with the same people who are in the same
Yeah.
number of plays or whatever. Um, Trying to get into a match on a map other than the very first map, like if you try to go the second or the third, it took forever to try to get a match. Like I think I tried Eikevjen once, and I think we got in because we had at least 7 of us. 7 people showed up for that map, and then they let us through. But um, another viewer had been trying before I had tried, and they had been waiting for like 10 minutes, and they couldn't get in.
Oh,
So
yeah, I would tell them after like 4 minutes is like stop the queue and then restart. Either way,
yeah,
but
I think
um,
it's because that initial you're still in that initial grouping, and so if
yeah.
there's people at that level who aren't trying to get into those other maps, I think that's really what's slowing it down at that point. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Another thing too that's new this season, and I didn't talk about, and I thought it was only for the preview build. Quickplay
Yeah.
is back.
Yes.
So if you press down on the D-pad on Xbox, I'm assuming it's the same thing for like the other consoles. It will put you in on the first map type thing, in the
Yeah.
top left.
And on PC,
Um,
it's at 3. Yeah.
okay. So it's like it's been requested for for a while to bring back because apparently way back in the day it was there. So now it's back. So
Yeah.
um,
That's a
I'm
nice little feature.
yeah, it's always nice to know that odds are that is going to be the map that you're going to get a game in because it's quick play. So maybe most people will want to go there, but like Eikevjen, it's like whenever I was trying to queue up, is like almost insta queue all the time.
Yeah,
It's in the map
on
rotation
Xbox.
for six
Yeah.
hours at a time instead of 3. So
And on Xbox, I had no problem getting into it. It was
yeah,
just when I tried on PC, and I'm still in the initial matches for when you're starting out fresh.
yeah,
That
and
was the only
and
time I
like
think we're
I've
having
another
issues.
thing too I've noticed is like I've seen people I haven't seen in ages back in the lobbies now, where it's like they've come back because the weapon overall. I'm assuming.
Hmm.
So it's kind of cool, and even like the messages on like the YouTube videos, either my Icon one or the season preview one is like people are like, "Hey, I'm going to check this out," and it looks like people are enjoying it, type thing.
Nice. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. So it's gonna be short, but it does look like it's gonna be a fun little season. And with all these new changes, it's exciting. And yeah, I think it's gonna be great. But I
Yeah,
think that's a good place for us to end tonight. So that was great. Thanks for taking us through your video and
appreciate it.
talking about some more. That's good.
Share,
And
like,
yeah,
subscribe.
we'll yes, like, share, and subscribe. We do appreciate that. And leave us comments below. How you've been finding some of the new stuff. What platform you've been playing on? Have you been noticing anything? odd or how's it been working for you? We'd like to hear for sure. But yeah, we're back. We'll see you in a couple more weeks. And until next time, I'm Dr. Anton.
And I'm DJ Spencer.
And have a great night and stay safe in the Outlands. Bye.
I've heard you say you lost your way again. You don't see your reflection. Just look around and find it. There's something good. All you need will come to you. I'll never refuse you. Take whatever you want, so just get a hold. I know you'll find your way. No need to go the same. Grab your chance and flame up your dream. I know you'll find your way. You must be gone anyway. Grab your chance and flame up your dream. Flame up your dream. It's time to leave the place where you are forced to fade away. You barely breathe, heart is breaking in the chest. I'll make you feel that it's not real. Your thoughts because of which you barely live. I'll never refuse you. Take whatever you want, so just get a hold. I know you'll find your way. No need to go the same. Grab your chance and flame up your dream. I know you'll find your way. You must be gone anyway. Grab your chance and flame up your dream. Flame up your I know you'll find your way. No need to go the same. Grab your chance and flame up your dream. I know you'll find your way. You must be gone anyway. Grab your chance and flame up your